Tuna nights.
Tuna night?
I don't know, man. I'm just throwing something out there.
Yeah, I like it. Whatever.
Did it work?
No.
Ah.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
Tuna nights?
I don't know, man.
No, that's not the one.
You know, I'm just throwing stuff out there to see what works.
Hey, you know what? I admire that, honestly.
Is it spaghetti against the wall, see what sticks?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Who gives a shit?
Well, we're throwing spaghetti at a
I don't
wall.
care. Yeah.
That's what we're doing right now.
I get that, and I like that we're just kind of running with it.
Right.
We're just running with it. Whatever.
Running with the devil.
It doesn't matter. I mean, people expect professionals here. This whole show, is not about being professional. It's about music.
Yeah. I'm going to keep throwing out different names, and I want someone to tell me what they like.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's
They
what I'm gonna do.
won't.
They won't.
They won't tell you.
Well, they'll tell me,
They're not going to tell you when they don't like something.
and then I'll just feel bad.
Or they're going to tell you when they don't like something, not the other
If
way.
they- yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That's fine.
That's the internet for you.
So what you been into, man?
You know, man, just honestly working and prepping for the show. I'm still running on the high this week of having our first guest,
The Vienna.
Vienna from Birmingham, UK. That was really awesome.
So dope.
We hope you guys enjoyed that show. It took a lot for us to get there.
But we got there.
We got there.
Yeah, we did.
And now we can say we got there.
right.
That's-
Finally,
that's
after
just-
all these years.
Right. That's just all these years. When I was born as a young lad, I knew one day I would get there.
Right.
My mama looked at me and said, "One day you'll get there, son."
Oh, is that what she said?
My mom never thought I'd get there.
Okay, well, there it is.
Yeah. Take that, mom.
Ooh.
I'm just kidding.
Why is this not?
I
gonna be
love
a
you,
therapy
Mom.
session? Or...
Don't worry, she's not listening. But I do love my mom. She's a good mom. So, love you, mommy. But yeah, we have another guest today. I think almost every show we've done, we've mentioned our good buddy Jerry Allen.
Yeah, we have. We have.
I think on every show, he's thanked in our credits because he's always there to help. He helps us with everything that we do.
Everything.
Forever, for the longest time. He's set us up with some of the things we didn't have, and kind of helped guide and all that stuff. And he's a very outspoken critic of things he does not like as well. So when we get positive reviews from Jerry,
is that what we're going to get tonight?
I have no idea which Jerry
little,
we're getting. We've kept him waiting for a little while.
Evil Jerry.
He's in the queue, probably listening right now, going, "Those sons of bitches,
Most
talking
likely
shit about me." Yeah, who knows what he's going to say? But
we'll
we
see
love
what happens, I guess, right?
Yeah, that's what we do. We love Jerry, and he's one of us, and we just thought it'd be really cool. We have other guests, really awesome guests lined up, and I'm not.
Yeah.
I things fall through. I've already seen that happen. So already, so I'm going to try to not probably ever say who our upcoming guest is because things change, and I don't want to have to stress out about that. And I do stress out too much about the show, and it's supposed to be fun. We're supposed to be having fun.
I like it when you get stressed out, though.
I know you do.
I know.
I know.
It's a sick thing that I enjoy.
But I think you like it more when you cause the stress.
Normally, yes.
Right.
But
But
if
you'll
there's-
take what you can get.
If there's something outside that's causing you stress, and I can visibly see that causing you stress,
You'll say, "Hey, let's go outside."
I still enjoy that outside.
Let's
yeah.
go- Hey, Jeff, let's go outside.
Let's go outside and see what's bothering you, wind chimes.
I hate freaking wind chimes. Who buys wind chimes? Well, I mean, we know it's windy. We don't need a bunch of noise on top of it.
You don't like them? I enjoy them.
It's not that I don't like wind chimes. I don't like wind. I can do without the wind. I'm not a windmill. I mean, I understand the windmills need them to survive, but
Boy.
I don't need the wind.
Homie, we just went completely off kilter.
I don't know. We got Jerry in the queue. Let's look with
I'm
Mr.
rolling over
Engineer
here.
guy. Oh, you're rolling. He's got him queued up.
Mr.
So we're rolling over
Engineer.
there. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we got Jerry there. Jerry, are you there? Jerry?
Yes, Jeff, yes. Thank you. I'm here in, it's dark. I'm in Chillicothe. It's dark outside. It was partly cloudy earlier, but I don't know. I think it's going to rain. I don't know if it's going to rain, but hey,
What?
I'm inside, so I can't really tell. But when I went outside, like maybe 15 minutes ago, it was dark. So it's definitely dark outside.
Barometer, Jerry.
Thank you for that
So
update, Jerry.
that is what's up. What's up there?
I'm guessing it's dark outside. I don't know. It was light when I came inside, and
now
I don't know.
It's dark.
But I do appreciate the update. That really means a lot. You're just a hell of a guy. But you know what, Jerry? It's so good to hear your voice, Jerry.
Bear.
Man.
Oh, it's good to hear you guys.
Ah.
I am going to tell you though. I let my son know, Gavin, that I was going to be talking to you guys, and he was he wanted to say hi, and he's like, "Oh, come knock on my door when you get him on the phone." I was like, "I'll be in the office tied to the computer, so you have to come in there." So let me just yell for him real quick.
Sure.
Hey, Gavin! Uncle Jeff and Aunt Cupcake are on the phone.
Oh, that's so adorable.
He's playing his games, so I don't know if he's...
Well, I'll tell you right now, don't interrupt him when he's playing his games.
No. I would like text him, but actually, you know what? I'm next to the AC vent. And so I bet you if I yell loud enough into the AC vent...
Right.
You know, I'm not going to tell you not to do that.
You know what? I'm done.
Do it.
You took it as...
Gavin! We'll see. Oh, dude, we got locked out of the house one time. Like Lindsay and I walked up to the restaurant up the street, and you know we always lock the doors behind us and stuff like that. And for whatever reason, I left my keys at the house, and so we get back to the house, and the front door, it's like, oh crap, it's unlocked. Don't have my keys. Oh sweet, Gavin's car's here. Gavin's home. Go to the back. Try to open the door, lock. You know, can't get in. Bang on the door. Nothing. It's like all that little motherfuckers in that game. You go to his window, like in his room, like everything's short of breaking the glass. And I'm like, he's not going to hear us. Like, it's just not going to happen. I was like, had the glass propped up, my feet dangling in the air, like almost into the house. And he walked in and he was like, "What are you guys doing?"
Well, I mean, that's kind of things that happen when you have a kid at games.
Yeah, teenagers. What do you want?
I was the same way.
Yeah, I got a couple of them at home. Oh my God! You know, all hours of the night, you'll just be sitting there. You know, maybe even have company over. Maybe even have family over.
Oh yeah.
And you know, it starts getting dark outside, and they just come to life.
Right.
And next thing you know, you're like down there having dinner. Like, first of all, they're not going to come down for dinner. They're going to wait and eat at 2 o'clock in the morning. But they're going to eat everything that's left at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
My dude, so spot on.
It's like 9 o'clock at night, and like the family's kind of lingering. They're still there. You know, they haven't really wandered. You know, they haven't really gone home yet. And you'll just hear from upstairs or from their room, "You motherfucker!" You know, and they're just hollering and making all kinds of noise and saying the worst shit ever.
Yeah.
And it was, you know,
It's so true.
and, you know, they start doing that at like 4.
Right. Oh man, I remember. Okay, now we're going to talk about gaming for a minute.
No, we're not really interviewing Jerry. He's more of a co-host.
Right.
We're just having fun. Someone to talk to. Someone to split up the whole me and you thing. I need a little break from you.
You say such things, but I know you're lying to me.
I will say this: when I watched last week's episode, I was like, you know, this is getting more and more interesting. Like as it goes on, I was like, I think they're having beers. Like,
No, we drink apple juice in here.
yeah, I was like, I think they might be having lots of apple juice, and this is getting really entertaining.
It's all about my diabetes.
There was a moment, I swear, there that Jeff, I swear you were actually annoyed with Sean.
Oh,
When
every moment.
I was
Every
like,
moment.
when he told you to get off your soapbox, I was like, oh yeah, here you go. Here's where to hit Jeff.
I'm going to say
right.
this. I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even remember saying that.
Well, Jerry's not. You know, he's not wrong. You annoy the fuck out of me. Everybody knows it. I mean, so what? What do you want?
So I told you, what were you on your soapbox about?
I think it was politics and music.
Oh yeah, I'm done.
Yep.
I'm out.
And you over there with your Ouija board, mouse pad, and your cult bullshit. You know, that things that aren't real, don't mean anything. You're like, oh, I love this. And I'm like, politics and music is a real problem. You're like, I'm out.
Because it's not real either.
I told you I could get him going, Sean. I told you I could get him going.
Oh, my God, and you really did.
You guys had a conversation before this show, didn't you?
We're in a text thread.
You sons of
You're not
bitches.
involved in it.
I don't doubt it.
Oh, it happened.
I don't care.
You say such things.
Oh.
You want to look at that text thread, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, you do.
Just so I can judge.
He's so pissed.
Just so I can
He's
judge
so
the
pissed.
two of you.
I mean, I was going to say, look at my face. It's all red, and, because I'm giggly, but it's always that way.
Right. Because you're the devil.
Running with the devil.
To hell with the devil. I threw some Striper out there, buddy.
You really did.
I did.
And I don't know why.
That was way too much in my own song to pay attention to.
We were all doing our own songs. I don't know. What the fuck?
Already 3-4 minutes in, off the rails.
They're all singing their own song. Yeah. I don't know, guys. I mean,
Let me just put it to you this way.
All right.
That little notebook you have next to you, Jeff, fucking throw it out the window.
Yeah.
Well, what's funny is
Note taker is what he is.
I have nothing written down for this show.
No.
Nothing.
Do you have the word nothing, or do you actually have nothing?
I have actually nothing. This notebook is here for show only. It's can I get this camera up here, because it's Vienna show 4, and that's where it ends. I got nothing. Vienna show 4, nothing for this show. Nothing.
So we're going off the cuff on this one,
well, like
baby.
I said, Jerry's more of a co-host. Jerry's done some cool things. I know exactly what I want to ask Jerry.
Okay.
And I'm sure we'll get some great answers. Jerry's done a lot of cool things.
Yeah.
And, Jerry's done a lot of been very helpful. We said that earlier. Been very helpful to us. And
Not just earlier. We've said the whole fucking time.
Much like you, Jerry's also been a royal pain in my ass for 20 some years.
And that's why we have a text thread.
Jeff, I got to tell you a story. I will save it for a minute, but
in my experience, when you save it, you forget, because that's what.
Yeah.
I've
Okay.
done.
I will just say it then. I'm just going to say it.
You know you
All
want
right.
to. Just
So,
shut the
Jeff,
fuck up and say it.
I'm trying to talk right now.
Well, then why don't you say it, Jerry?
And
Because
notice
you keep saying, just say it.
I'm being quiet. I'm trying to respect our guest.
So as long as I've known Jeff, we grew up together as kids, right? So, I mean, all of us. Jeff has always dreamed big. Jeff always has big, awesome ideas. And I'm always, like he was just saying, like, oh, Jerry's a pain in my ass. Because I'm always the guy that's like, Jeff, that's not practical.
Yeah,
Like,
bring me back down to reality.
It's like that's not gonna work. Here's what needs to happen. If you do want to accomplish that, we could try this, this, and this, but this is definitely not happening. So get that out of your brain. Let's do this. He's like, no, it's fucking gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I've got it all figured out. And he'll go on and on and on about it's like just these huge, amazing ideas that are just great ideas. But it's like, dude, we cannot afford a Ferrari to drive off a cliff. Like, it's not going to happen, Jeff.
It wasn't a Ferrari.
Maybe it was a bug.
It was a
I don't
Porsche.
know, but a Porsche.
No.
And
that's not even real. Thank you.
You know the one I'm talking about, though. The one at the movie theater. Oh, gosh, what was that thing? Anyways.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There was a video you wanted to do, and it was like it ended with like the car crashing into the river or something.
Oh, you can get cheap cars right here for nothing. It ain't no big deal. We got.
Well, see the difference between me and Jerry.
You're an enabler.
Yeah, I'm completely an enabler. I'll be like, well, let's try to find like a Porsche.
That's right, and that's what's fucking hilarious about this thread is it involves the fucking the guy is trying to bring me back to reality and the enabler.
Right.
And then you guys wonder why I'm so fucked up.
Well, if you would read our thread, you would know why it's that way.
I'd probably know why I was so fucked up.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
But you'll never know because you'll never read that thread.
Yeah.
So, Jeff, that's always kind of been, my my thing with you and your ideas, right? So I have found that I am just actually a dick in real life. Like, so
I love dicks.
It's not just me.
Somebody can take that out of you know, as a sample.
oh geez, oh freaking peasies.
Yes.
That's gonna happen.
Okay, so
I'll
there
probably do it
was
myself.
There's a meme.
there is a movie. I can't remember what the name of the movie is. Let me think for just a second. It's a town just south of like Louisville, Elizabethtown. Have you ever heard of the movie Elizabethtown?
I have, yes.
Okay, it's one of my wife's favorite movies of all times. And so I travel through there all the time, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, I know where Elizabethtown is. And in the movie, there's like part of the climax of the movie is like she's telling the guy like, hey, you need to take the scenic route, make sure to get off at exit 60B. And like, you know, there's this and so the whole movie ends in like it's this beautiful thing. And I was like, exit 60B is non-existent. Like that's not a real exit, you know that, right? And she's like, what are you talking about? I was like, no, I travel through there all the time. Like it's like exit 99 to go to, you know, Elizabethtown. It's not exit 60B. That's the other side of the fucking state.
That's technical Jerry.
That is.
And so now she's got a thing where she's like, don't fucking 60B it.
Oh, that's amazing.
So now anytime I do that shit, and I was thinking about you because she said it last night. I can't remember what. Well, it's every night. She says something I'm 60Bing. But when you were talking earlier, I was like, oh, I'm fucking 60Bing Jeff.
And you have been my entire life. Well, since I've known you, since we've known each other. You know what's funny is so Sean and I, you know, Jerry, I mean, I know you know the backstory without the show, but, you know, Sean and I were not friends for the longest time, probably close to 10 years.
You're going to bring this up again?
And we thought that, you know, I thought you were a dick. You thought I was a dick. No, I'm bringing it up because it's relevant. So Jerry and I knew each other for a couple years before we became friends. I met Jerry in 8th grade, like halfway through 8th grade at South Webster. I moved there when I was in 8th grade, obviously. And we didn't actually become friends till about halfway through sophomore year, maybe the beginning of sophomore year, something like that. But Jerry actually was a dick, complete dick.
Oh, I know this story. I know the story you're going to tell, and it's so unflattering.
Oh, no. I love a good unflattering story.
We were dumb kids, and I was a new kid, and he razzed me a little bit, but then we bonded. We bonded pretty quickly over. You know, we both loved Nirvana and alternative music. We were 13 years old or something like that, and
when I knew he was cool is when we were sitting in the gymnasium. And he had a Use Your Illusion 2 tablature book.
Wow.
And I was like, is that the Guns N' Roses tablature, bro? He's like, yeah. I also have Use Your Illusion 1, too.
I didn't actually have that one. It was Appetite for Destruction.
It wasn't.
Right.
I was like, oh, I'm going to need to borrow that book. He's like, yeah, here you go. I don't think I ever gave it back.
No, you did. I have them both.
Do you?
Yeah, I still have them somewhere. I don't know how I've held on to them all this time, but I do. And Jerry, there's something else from our childhood too that I'm getting ready. And I know I took these from you a while back, but I'm getting ready to digitize those old Star Night videos that we did when we performed at our high school. So
fuck yes, I was waiting for. I was hoping that was what you were going to say.
What's Star Night?
So it was kind of like a talent show, but it wasn't a competition. It was just like all the students could sign up and do their own little bit, and we were the only band that performed. It was myself, of course. Yeah.
Oh.
Jerry. Yeah, whatever. Who that first year? We had Scott Cole and
wait a minute.
Josh Cooper.
No, it was Mike Beckner. We had
Beckner. Yeah, Beckner.
And we did a couple Nirvana songs. Like I said, we were 15 or something, I think, at that point.
We named our band his mom's name.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Okay.
And a
Are we going to
kitchen.
say what it is?
And a kitchen.
And a kitchen.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's right up
She
there,
was-
like Counting Crows kind of name.
She was a very. She had a lot of character. I'm not.
I like people with character.
She did her best raising her Mike, and she loved him. Everybody knew that, and she had her own style of doing it. And
Okay.
I'm not going to say anything.
You're going to
bad
have to
about
rephrase that because that sounds real bad.
She was a good person.
Okay.
Just not the kind of person I was used to being around.
All right. I get that then.
But the same thing could be said about Mike. So, but he's a good dude too. You know, he's out there doing his best in life, and you know, we're not all like super close friends, but Jerry and I have stayed friends all this time. You know,
That's good.
Since you know he stopped hating me and something.
Here we
great.
go with the hating of
Yeah.
you.
I don't know why everybody hates me.
Well, I can tell
I am
you
fucking
why.
delightful. I'm telling
I
you.
hate to love you.
It pisses you off, I know, but I mean,
It does. It's like, fuck, how, man.
why do I
I just
love
want
this
to
guy?
wring his neck, but I just give him a hug instead. It sucks.
I just wring his whole body.
Because nobody likes to party like this guy. I like to party, and you know what? That's just what that's fun. You know, most guys.
You just like to wait till so late at night to party.
Yeah, I know. I'm just now getting tuned in. To be honest
Yeah.
with you,
I don't know.
we're pushing what?
It's like every damn weekend.
Getting there. So
Like, dude, it is noon already. Like, let's go. And he's like, no, let's like wait till 11. That's when things start really happening.
well, we'd wait till 11 to go out.
Yeah.
But we
Well, you
would-
pregame early.
Yeah, you pregame 7, 8
Oh.
o'clock.
7, 8 o'clock. Yeah, that's not that's late. That's like it's time
Late?
for bed. That is time for bed.
It's time for Nashville and nap.
We're forgetting Jerry's big time,
Jerry is big time.
and Jerry has lots of big time things to do and accomplish. And us lowly, you know, non-big time guys, we just like to just get fucked up.
Mid-time.
We're mid. Oh,
we are
I
mid-time.
like that. We're mid-time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Jerry, I don't say that in any kind of, you know me, I don't fucking, there's no disrespect there. I'm super proud of you. You've done some really awesome things. I know you've been on the cutting edge of technology and all that stuff in your line of work. And I'm super proud of you, man. I really am. But it,
You too, man. You guys have all just, I mean, it's crazy looking back, like where we all were, you know, Papa John's and Subway and,
Right.
you know, fucking Bob Evans, stuff like that. And just like all the different twists and turns all of our careers have made that.
Life does it.
It does, man. It does. And, you know, I'm so thankful to, you know you guys and get to share all of our journeys together, because I think all of us have, you know, are you saying beer me? Are you saying beer me or jerk me off? Which one?
You know, without there, why can't it be both?
I didn't know we should have a sign for that.
Wait, for which one? I don't know. No, that's a completely different one, Jerry.
Yeah. You know.
That's what he was doing.
I want someone to screenshot Jerry doing that. That's a meme.
I would have thought the sign would look a little different for the other one, for the latter version
Right.
of what he just said, but
You know, that's why I kind of went, and I'm like, damn, I'm going to have to get up.
well, we really do need some more signs and things like this. I know Sean is out of his apple juice right now. He needs to go gather some more. So by all means, I got you covered, buddy.
Nice.
I got you covered. You go. We had a waitress up here,
No.
but
Got to take the headphones off.
oh yeah, there you go. No, we do need some kind of fancy system, though. I don't know what it is. I don't know what we.
I was just thinking about it. I was like, here's Jeff's idea, right? I'm thinking with Jeff's brain.
Tubes
Like-
running everywhere, and yeah.
Yeah, like,
Kegerator.
okay, so, you know, I've got the refrigerator over there that needs to chill the product, and I've got to get the product into my cup, and I have to do it in a way that does not take me from this chair because I'm doing something else. So I've got to
Yeah.
get the beer or the apple juice or the product, whatever it is, from over there to over here. And so it's like, conveyor or tube, like you said, some sort of system. Is it gravity fed? Is it from a pump? Is
Pressure.
it hydraulic? Is it pneumatic? Like
CO2.
Where do we go with this? Like, it could go anywhere. And then I was like,
magic.
Just move the fridge fucking closer.
Well, the thing is, in this little studio, we don't have a lot of power outlets up here. It's one of the things we've been struggling with. And we definitely need something like that. But I think we're pushing the limits. I mean, I think we're pushing the limits of potential fire hazard. I mean, honestly.
There's a good chance.
Yeah. With all of our lights up here, all of our computers, all of our monitors, all of our everything, right? I mean, we have so much shit plugged in everywhere. But yeah, we're still working all that out, and I do appreciate that because you're not wrong, Jerry. All those thoughts have gone through my head. How do we fix this problem? And you know what? There's also another problem because we're up here drinking, and we have these conversations that go on for an hour. You got to pee sometimes.
Well, you're not cutting me off at an hour. That's not happening.
Oh, so this is gonna be it. Should we get a Patreon now just for like the Talking Tunes After Dark?
After dark, yeah.
That's right.
No, I'm fine with having a big old long conversation. But Jerry, at some point in this conversation, we've got to get into some of the music you've been doing, buddy. Because I want our listeners to hear. I want them to know what you've been up to, man, and what you do. You do some really cool stuff. You're a little bit kind of all over the place because you're an awesome guitar player. Jerry's also, I don't even know if you know this, Sean. He's a pretty good drummer too.
Really?
But we just it's not his real passion. He can do the drums, but he's also a pretty awesome studio / recording, whatever you want to say.
Yeah,
engineer.
I know that dude's an engineer.
You're right. We've done some stuff with Jerry. Jerry's helped us out, and he does a lot of video stuff. So, Jerry, you want to give us a little bit of just a little bit of insight for the listeners, because I know that we know all about you, but maybe let them know too.
Okay. Yeah. So, thank you for those amazing words that you said.
Shut
Jeff.
the fuck up and just say what you're going to say.
Stop being
so
hateful.
untrue. So I've never been great at playing guitar or drums. Like I've that's where my passion is in music, and recording music, and just I love every aspect of it, and I've never given the time to perfect my craft at, say, playing guitar or drums or anything like that. But what I did find that I enjoy more is orchestrating and putting things together, right? It's like figuring out a puzzle, putting it together, and then having the end product. And I'm really proud of this end product. So I have found what I really enjoy doing is collaborating with other people. And I'd throw some guitar tracks down, but what's the key to things for me and keeping it enjoyable for me is surrounding myself by actual musicians that are good at their craft. That's why I get you guys to join in and put your tunes in there. And so I'll throw down some basic stuff, and it's all right, Jeff, have your way with this and do what you will. And you came up with some amazing stuff, especially this last one. But yeah, the collaborations thing, I started last.
I have to stop you right there for a second because you are a much better guitar player than I am. You really are. So anyway, continue. Go ahead.
Oh.
I mean, yeah.
I'm not going to continue on that. No, you stop it.
Do it.
Oh God.
So yeah, the collaborations thing. I get that's been a thing I've been doing for about 10 years now. I wanted to get into doing music stuff. I knew I did not want to be in a band. I just don't want to be in a band. Dude, it's terrible.
There's so many awesome moments to being in a band, but then it's like 10% fucking time of your life, awesome, most awesome shit ever. and 90% just garbage, just work and headache and just nonsense. So anyway, yeah, I agree with you, Jerry. Please continue.
It would make sense to do a band thing if I wasn't me. But it definitely just does. It just never has made sense, because 9 to 5, got to pay bills. Being in a band is not ever going to work out in that, to me anyways, for me. Okay. So doing the collaboration thing is like, okay, I want to do music stuff, but I don't want to like be committed to a schedule at all. And so doing a collaboration thing is like, I'll come up with like an idea to do a cover song of some sort. Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Is that where it started?
It is. That was the very first one.
Yeah, that was the first one.
That was the very first one. Matter of fact, I got like a few people I knew played instruments. It's like, hey, can you play guitar? Can you play bass? Can you play drums? And I was living in Virginia Beach at the time, and I came back to Ohio to visit for the holidays. I think it was like Christmas Eve. I was in Jeff's basement. We were recording gang vocals for it. And it's like, mixing just to get it released on Christmas Day.
Yep. And that's what, I mean, and it was so cool, man. And that's actually right. Like, I think you were doing that like right before we started doing Social Intense. So
they both started right around. You may have started Social Intense before I did Metal Collabs.
No. I think you started. It was just a few months ahead. I think we started because you were doing Metal Collaborations, and you did that first one and right before Christmas when you were visiting, and that December, like it was like literally right at Christmas time, and then we started Social Intense like in January of that year. Because Sean came, January, I'm sorry, of the following year, because Sean came back. We'd already been a band a few months, had a bunch of songs worked out. So, yeah, you were a little bit ahead of us. And
I can't remember if I was there at Stein's when he came back or not.
Well, it wasn't Stein's.
No, it was. Did I say
Patty's.
Stein's? Did I say yeah?
No, not Patty's. I'm sorry, Port City.
Port City.
Yeah, I came back on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, he came back on St. Patrick's Day. I don't think that you were in town for that one. You were still living in Virginia Beach, I believe, at that time.
I don't think I met Jerry until he came back up.
Yeah, I think I met you like 5 times.
Oh, before that?
See? No. Like, I just kept meeting you because every time I would meet you, I was having drinks. And so it's like...
Oh, you do that?
Okay,
it's because... hey, I'm Sean. I'm Jerry. Hey, nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm all about that.
We've already met. Like, sweet.
I mean, that's what we do.
Like, Jerry... It's Sean. Like, I'm your roommate. I don't know. Yeah, but I get that because I'm so bad about that. And I feel terrible. And and just a really, really quick story. And Jerry, you know this person. I'll tell you who it is later. But I don't want to embarrass anybody. And they're probably not listening. But if they are, they might get a kick out of it.
Is it me?
So I saw this girl I went to school with at Kroger. And
so it's not me.
She was there shopping with her husband, and we're talking. And I met her husband, and he seemed like a nice guy. And then we talked for way too long. And then I left, and I went home, and I told my wife that, hey, I saw so and so, and I was actually able to. I met her husband too, and she was like, Jeff. She was like, babe, you've met him like 3 times. And I just instantly felt like shit.
Horrible about that.
Felt like shit.
Horrible about that kind of stuff.
I had no idea. She was like, yeah, you've met him. And she started naming them. And I was like, oh, God.
And Jerry just did that to me.
I did it with Pat Day for like ever. It was a long time. Like every time I would go to Ohio to visit, like Pat Day would be hanging out and be like, hey, how's it going? I'm Jerry. You know, I'm from Virginia Beach. It's like,
Nice.
dude, I know who you are.
For those of you at home, like Pat Day, he's the bass player in Social Intense.
If you're going to say his name, say it right.
Right, Pat Tim Day.
Pat
PTD.
motherfucking Day.
Oh,
Pat's, he's one of us. He's our, whether we do Social Intense or not, he's definitely one of us. Odd, crazy motherfucker.
Yeah. I'll give you that.
And people don't know what to think of him for a minute, which is
he's
actually
one of the most awesome people ever.
Yeah, which is kind of why I'm surprised that Jerry kind of forgot about him, because to me, like, Pat sticks out.
Yes.
Like, he doesn't stick out visually.
He didn't used to. I'm telling you, he didn't used to. But maybe it's just who I am as a person.
Right, I get that. I know what you mean. But anyway, yeah, there's a huge group of us here. There's a lot of us, and we all run together and do different things together from time to time,
right.
Whether it's musical or just fucking shit up. I mean, that's just kind of what it is. So, yeah. So, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Jerry. I just, I want everyone to hear.
Yes, he did, because he couldn't stand this not hearing his voice for so long.
Yeah. I know. It's been a running thing. I'm actually taking note of it.
I'm trying to make this show better. And
Is that what it is?
yeah, it's important to me.
Of course, it's important to you.
They want to hear my voice.
Yeah. Way more than mine.
I've seen you try to talk so many times, Sean, and Jeff just bulldozes.
It's crazy, isn't
Dude,
it?
I'd bulldoze.
It's awful.
I have to edit this show, and I go back and I'm watching. I'm like, oh.
He edits it and just cuts me out.
Like, what he should do is like
cut
edit
you
an
out.
animated bulldozer.
Right.
Like,
For the record, I have never actually cut anything out of the show. Like, it is this motherfucker.
Jerry's making up for it now.
Yeah. It is an audio file, and I just splice in our two cameras when I have to do that. Usually we have our engineer here running it, but when I have to edit, it's but I never cut anything out. But when, like, we definitely try not to have any, like, advertisements for things here. So, like, I am aware of that, and I thought Sean was aware of that, but apparently he likes to make my life hell.
Yeah.
By making me edit a bunch of shit out.
Yeah.
In post. So
I do. I think it's fun.
Yeah. So, the little talking tunes you guys see appear somewhere right now, that's to hide his boom arm that has a freaking advertisement for the company right on it.
Oh,
Like, what? Why would you? What are you doing?
What are you talking about?
Don't worry about it, Jack.
You don't see it now, do you?
No.
Shut your face.
No, all I see is some dumb sticker on the end of a mic.
No, that's on Jeff's, not mine.
What are you talking about?
You can't see mine.
You can't see yours on.
No.
Oh, yeah, he moved it. He moved
Oh, yeah. It's out of. Okay, that joke didn't work.
it. No.
Well, no, I mean,
Boom.
you still got it on Jeff's, so it's fine.
That's right.
So let's get back to Metal Collabs.
Metal collaboration.
Oh, Metal Collab.
Yeah, well, that's what we were talking about.
Yes. Okay. So yeah. I mean, this motherfucker.
Oh shit! All right.
So yeah, the Metal Collaborations thing. Started wanting to do music stuff. Didn't want to be in a band. Love making music, and recording, engineering.
Whoa, what was that? Did we just lose Jerry? I think we lost Jerry.
I think we lost him. Let's see if we can get him back.
I'm here.
Hi.
I'm here.
Well, everything kind of shut down on our side, so we thought we lost you.
Yeah. It was on my end.
You were like, I'm out.
I was like, I'm so done. And
Just allow me to take credit for that. I'll cut it out and I'll be like, nah, I just had enough of this motherfucker. All right.
Wow. See, and I would never do that.
it would not be untrue. I mean, the reason doesn't matter. The fact that he's celebrating is the same.
Yes. Thank God you couldn't hear that audibly. Like, oh, that sucks. No, I'm just kidding, buddy. Tell
Apparently, I had my mouse over the kill it button, and when I swacked it.
So he just has, there's like a kill switch.
That's not very high tech of you
He's
there.
just like, yeah, I'm out.
No, it's not at all.
No, but I'll tell you right
gotta
now.
simplify things.
Strategic.
There's the fucking bail button.
Bail.
Like, Jeff is talking shit, bail.
Oh, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Well, at least you know me, and that means a lot. It actually makes me feel good to hear you say that because, I know that you two guys, even though you're the biggest pricks I've ever met, you know me.
And even
better
though
than
we
any-
have our secret thread,
That's right, baby.
Is my wife in that thread?
No, she isn't.
So that would
No.
No, me and your wife have a secondary one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. As long as she's not in the
I
big
didn't
one.
know you were going to tell him about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a talk with her when I get home.
That's how secret our secret thread
Girl.
is.
Boom.
All right, Jerry, back to metal collaborations. All right, would you fucking get on with it?
All right. Yep.
God damn it.
Recording, not a band.
I love the fact that this is always a recap.
Yeah, recording, not a band. 10 years ago, metal collaborations, doing cover songs in a metal-ish kind of way.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, just the whole idea started with, like I said, doing just something musical. It's like, oh, let's freaking do. Grandma got run over by a reindeer. It's Christmas time. Like, let's do something. And so we did a version of that, and it was like, it actually got picked up by like some internet thing that promotes stuff.
Nice.
And overnight, it got like 10,000 views.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my goodness, like this is a thing that happens. I was like, okay, let's do another one. And so the next holiday was Valentine's Day. So we did, what was the song we did? I think it was a Bryan Adams song or something.
No, it was it's from the
Time of My Life?
Did you do that? Was that's the Dirty Dancing soundtrack? Did you?
Yeah.
I thought it was the Mannequin soundtrack you did a song from that year.
It might have been. I can't remember.
What song was that? How do I not know this?
Oh man, I'm struggling here. But maybe it was that. Yeah, you know what? I think it was the next year because
I've had the time of my life.
because we were working.
Oh no, the time of my life was the next year. Maybe.
It was the Mannequin soundtrack song.
And we can build this dream together.
No, not that one. Shit, I don't know.
Oh, now it's racking my brain.
I just need to know what it was now.
You've got to Google it. Someone's got to Google it.
I got to
Camera guy, Google it.
I'm on it.
I was gonna say I got a Google machine.
But we did another one for Valentine's Day, and dude, it was just so much fun because like we had a little bit of steam from that one, and we got people involved, and we got more people involved. Because I actually went to a conference for work, and when I went to this conference for work, which was out in, I think, Vegas or Denver, one of the two. I can't remember which one. But they had a call for musicians to play like a set for the entertainment that night for the conference. And so like several of us from the industry got together, and it just so happens that one of the people that was in that was also from Virginia Beach. Guy's name's Chris. And Chris, I talked to him, and he was like, oh yeah, count me in, I'm in it. And so like we always like to get the kids involved, and so like my kids would try to help out, and he got his kids helping out, and so he was part of it. And then it just kept growing. Like we just kept getting different musicians. It's like everyone is like better and better and better and better. And it's like at this point, like we've had just amazing talent in metal collaborations.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it just keeps getting better. So yeah, for our 10-year anniversary one, it's like, man, I'm just like, I want to make a shred collab.
Yes.
And so it's like, I tried to get everyone that had been involved, that I knew it.
Yeah.
The sanity wouldn't last long.
It never does.
You said it. 3-4 minutes in, off the rails.
Off the rails, man.
It's like, what, 20 minutes in, 30 minutes in?
I don't know about time anymore.
Yeah, it's not a thing.
It's all
not
fake.
A thing.
It was Hungry Eyes, by the way.
Time is a man-made construct.
All right. Are you guys texting right now?
You'll never know. But no, something that
he is 8 up. Jeff is 8 fuck up.
I'm gonna be on the lookout for
he's gonna go through your phone, Sean. He's gonna be going through your phone like, oh, I know them motherfuckers.
Yeah, don't set that shit down around me, buddy.
Oh, believe me, it's in my pocket, baby. But going back to what Metal Collapse was, I always thought it was awesome because it wasn't just people in Virginia. It was people in, like Ohio, Virginia, just a mixed mash of people everywhere that would record all that stuff and send it to you. And just the mastery of you being able to put everything together, I thought was just absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah, that was like the big thing was people would record tracks at their house.
Right.
On their time when it was convenient for them and it made sense for them.
Right.
And so, not like in a band thing where you're like, okay, we're going to get together at this time on this day. We're all going to do this. And I don't give a shit what your wife says. This is what's happening. Like, that's not what metal Collabs was. It was exactly the opposite of that. It's like
at your leisure.
At your leisure when you have time and when it makes, and even then it was like I've always said with the metal collaborations thing is like, I want everybody to be involved, but check your ego at the door. Like, may use your shit, may not use your shit.
Right.
So you could go throw down what you think's an awesome lick and like send it over to me. And I mean, okay, that was cool, but not this time.
Right. Yeah.
And the idea was to just allow people to be creatively free and doing whatever they wanted to do. But, I just kind of weeded through things to come up with the best product, if you will, that I could.
A good final product. Yeah.
And so, there's definitely been, it's the whole time has been to learn to get better at doing stuff.
I get that.
Which has come, with its own side effects, such as recording Social Intents. God
damn it!
I got to, it's like I'm learning this recording thing, and I thought it was like super cool. Jeff called me up. I was in Virginia Beach, and he called me up, and he's like, "We got this band together. We're at a good point. I think we got a CD's worth of music together. We want you to come up and record it." And he's like, "Before you say no, like, we've already talked about it. We've got your gas paid for. Like, I think at that point you had already talked to my wife and cleared my schedule for me."
Did we do that?
That sounds like a very
Jeff thing?
Yes.
All right.
I don't know. Probably.
Yes, that absolutely.
I'm not
100%.
sure if I actually. Do we actually pay you? I can't remember. I probably did.
That doesn't matter. I don't know. I don't remember.
Nice.
There was plenty of beers had. So yes, payment was made.
If I didn't, it wasn't because I didn't want to. It was because I probably forgot.
Right.
But sorry about that, buddy.
No,
we will pay Vienna if they come here for 5 weeks.
Yes.
How did that go? Was that awesome?
Yeah, that was totally awesome.
Those guys are super cool, and I'm a big fan of that whole emo genre anyway. And they're killer. They are. They really and truly are.
Yeah, they really are. They're really
I
good.
feel bad for not doing my homework in this specific topic.
That's all right.
I will send you links, baby.
We told them that if they ever come to America for a tour, that we got $500 for them and a couch, couple couches to sleep on.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can count mine. So you got like 3 now.
So now we have 3 couches.
We're up to 3 couches.
And 2 different cities. I'm sure that'll be fine.
Yeah, that'll work out. Look, listen, you guys, you're going to go 10 minutes this way, and you guys, you're going to go 50 minutes that way.
Right.
Which, if you're from the UK, 50 minutes is like...
That's band
awful.
shit.
Right, yeah.
That's what we were saying to them.
Band shit.
The fact that, that's why they made a comment, and I was like, that's how I know they're going to make it. Because they don't mind to go and sleep on couches.
They were stoked.
And just, do
They
whatever they got to do.
They were trying to figure it out right there in the
Right.
conversation. We were like, how can we do this? Okay.
And because that's what you got to do. It really is.
And yeah, when a band is like, they're like, that sounds amazing. We want to do that. That's what it takes.
Yeah.
I mean, most people.
Well, I don't know if you've done. I mean, I know Jeff has hosted bands. I know when I was in Virginia Beach, I hosted bands.
Yeah.
It's like
you did.
You help each other out, and that's just how things work. It's like. I was watching a thing earlier. I can't remember what it was, but it was like on the Shiprocked tour. Like they had a whole big old thing that happened, and management was talking about this and that and having to reschedule things. And they're like, "Man, rock musicians are just the nicest people ever." And I swear that holds
That's not my
true.
experience.
Because we're all just thankful, that we're going to have, a couch or pillows.
Every person, especially dude that's close to me in my life is a musician. Even my children.
Yeah.
And they're all a bunch of fucking assholes, if you ask me.
Yeah, but I'm not asking you.
They all have
they're
these
great
separate
people.
texts, these threads. That they
Man, going back to that already?
So, that's just my experience. And Jerry, I do want to say, I think it's really, really cool. I know that you guys with metal, your experience and what you've done in metal collaborations, bringing the kids in and letting them be a part of that. Kudos to you.
Yeah.
Because-
Even your kids. Even they were on the last one.
Yeah. Alex was on the last one.
Yeah.
But I know that kids are a giant pain in the ass, right? So
Here you go.
I do think it's really cool. I do, because in the metal world, people can kind of get that kind of mentality of not just metal, just rock and roll in general. I think that
Music.
it's doing the family thing is kind of lame, but I don't think it's lame at all. I think it's awesome, and it's embracing who you are, what you do, and who you love, and to me, I mean, maybe it's not rebel style, rock and roll, but it's definitely. It's it's who you are, and it's an honest representation of your life and who you are, and I think that's I mean, I'm being sincere right now, you goddamn motherfuckers.
No, and I mean, you've done the same thing, man. It's like I'm so far beyond trying to be cool.
Right.
Like,
who cares, right?
like it doesn't, like, I don't need someone else to tell me I'm cool because I've got ripped up jeans and fucking whatever. Like, no, I love my kids, and I'm going to hug them.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell my wife I love her, and I'm going to spend time with my brothers and sisters and whoever the hell else will tolerate me, because I want to look back on life as, like, if people remember me, they'll say, like, oh, Jerry loved hard. Like, Jerry was a love dude.
Yeah.
Like, I just love people, man. And so, yeah, excluding anybody from anything is silly. I want to include everybody on everything.
Yep.
And
whether it's music or whatever. It's just,
you know that.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. That's that, and Jerry knows and Sean does too, even though he's a giant prick. He'll probably say something different. But
no, he just texted me and said he wouldn't.
That's right.
But that's to me, that's important. I love to include people, and that's something we talked about with Social Intents, and I know, Jerry, that's where you're at with metal collaborations. That's kind of the point in all those things, is to bring people together. We didn't want to do a punk band because we've done punk bands,
Right?
And it kind of separates people. Like, if you like punk rock music, go see this band. And that's fun and all, and there's nothing wrong with doing that. But I think we were just at a point in our lives where we had all these groups of people that were separated, and we wanted to just get them all in one spot.
Inclusive.
Like, right. We wanted to like, hey, it doesn't matter. You know, everybody knows these songs. I don't care who you are. I don't care how dark of a metal guy you are, or how edgy of a punk rock guy you are, or how country you are. You know the words to Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
And they sing them.
And they do. They think they won't.
Oh, but
They come and they do.
yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
And that's just fun.
Jerry's seen that firsthand.
And that's what we
I have. I was fucking there.
Playing that shit.
I mean, you know, it's just about just having fun and just getting together with your friends and just doing weird things.
Yeah.
And just having a good time.
Seeing how weird you can get.
Right.
Yeah.
And we like weird.
Yeah, I love weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Jerry, I know that you, I know that Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer was a pretty big hit. And I know that you also have some originals, and I'm saying that right now because I want to get to it later, but I'm afraid we will forget because apple juice is hitting just right tonight.
It's hitting hard.
But you had a pretty significant hit on YouTube, right? I mean, with, what was it, Hall the Mountain King?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Like
So there's a story to that one. So, my roommate in Virginia Beach at the time, his name was Sean. He was doing
No
vocals
affiliation with me.
No.
Virginia Beach Sean.
Yeah.
Virginia Beach Sean.
That's what we called him, right?
Chandre the Giant.
Oh.
He's actually a radio personality now. Like he's on the whatever the local rock station is in Virginia Beach. He like hosts all that.
Damn right.
Yeah, dude. He got into doing what he wanted to, and I think he was known as Chandre the Giant. Chandre the Giant. I don't know that he is still, but that was his thing. But yeah, Sean in Virginia Beach. We were just BSing one night, and it's like, dude, we both really love like 80s metal.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, Poison, all that stuff. And it's like, we should do a metal collaboration song of a, you know, early 80s tune or whatever. And Sean is actually just so, he knows everything, man. This guy is so, he just knows all of it.
Wasn't he like a classically trained
yes
vocalist?
Yes, he was actually a classically trained vocalist and had the chops to prove it. Like, he could do anything. Yeah. And we both got to talking, and it was like there was this band called Savatage that did a song called Hall the Mountain King, which, you know, Savatage later after, you know, Chris Oliver, the guitar player, died, and went on.
You're going too far ahead. I want you to talk about that whole thing. Pulling all your guys together, because that was a pretty big deal. That was that's a significant achievement, really, for some. I mean, I've been playing music my whole life. I've never had anything to hit like that. I want to hear more of that. I want to hear more detail. I want to hear.
Well, I was going with the detail.
I thought you were. It sounded like to me you're getting pretty hard. You were getting pretty far ahead of yourself. But maybe I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I apologize.
For the folks that don't know who Savatage is, later on, basically it's Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Now, the origination of that was Savatage, and now they're the founding members have went on and done Trans-Siberian Orchestra stuff. And so I think more people would know who TSO is now than they would Savatage. Anyways, so we were like, yeah, dude, this song, Hall the Mountain King, it's an obscure song. Like, not a lot of people know that song. But we were like, both of us love that song. And he was like, oh, my uncle who plays guitar, him and his son are in a band together. And they're both amazing musicians. So, like, we could call them and see if they want to get involved.
Oh.
And so that's where Derek, the drummer in that song, that is John, the guitar player in that song, the guy who shreds.
Right.
Which Ben also shreds. Ben's in it, and Ben's been in metal collaboration since the beginning. Like he's the original shredder of metal collaborations.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, John, that's when he got introduced to it, was in Hall of the Mountain King. Anyways, we all got together and we were physically in Virginia Beach. That's like one of the first times all of us that were participating in the song were all in Virginia Beach. And so we got together and started jamming in the garage and came up with our own little take on it's fairly true to the original, but it's still heavied up a little bit. Like it's a little more modern.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And so, you know, we did it. And what we came out with, like, we were super excited about. It's like, man, I that's probably one of the best sounding. I love the way, I'm still in love with the way that one turned out. I go back and listen to it.
Oh, it's
frequently.
It's good stuff. Real good stuff.
I was super impressed.
The really impressive thing for me was the original band members from Savage, some way back, started commenting on the YouTube page. And they're like,
that's great.
And they were like, this is an example of, you know, what sticking to your craft and doing what you love is. Excellent job. And I was like,
damn.
Wow, man. And there's actually a Sabotage group on Facebook, like dedicated to the band. You know, it's a band Facebook fan page, and they get on there every now and then. And, you know, people post up like rare and obscure videos of like live videos that Sabotage has done over the years and stuff. And like that video of ours pops up on there every now and then. Like someone will rediscover it every now and then and post it up on the fan page. But yeah, that was really special just because that band was such a huge influence on, you know, just how I saw metal early. You know, I was like 10 years old watching that video when it first came out, you know, 10, 12 years old.
Right.
And, you know, all these years later, have the original people that were in that freaking video commenting on my video that I did a good job. It's like, oh.
You know, I mean,
it makes you feel pretty.
It's like, that's the reason you do cover songs, right? Is like, I really hope the people that wrote this song sees this shit.
Well, you know, that's the power of the internet, and that's like that's an experience that you wouldn't have been able to have had in the 80s. Of course, you know, 60s, 70s, 80s, to mid 2000s, and up. You know, I think YouTube was what 2005 when that dropped. So up until then, like that experience was not possible. Like you either had to, like we said again, you know, have money, know someone, or be willing to go sleep on a ton of couches.
That is another funny thing you just reminded me of that particular one. That one was done all on the Tascam 2488 8-track recorder.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't even know how you work that thing, man. You tried to show me that, and I'm like, I don't get it. I don't know.
Dude, it's still in use today. It is still in, like, no, literally. Rick did his tracks on it for this last Metal Collabs that was just out a month ago.
He brought that thing to my house and was like, this is what you do for here. And you just push on these buttons, and they're like, these buttons are like making like clunking noises.
Oh yeah.
They're like clunk. Like you push this and like, it's like it feels like it's from the 40s or 50s or whatever. I don't know. And it has, I mean, I know that you've had great outcomes with it. I'm not dogging what it does. I just didn't know how to use it, and it like kind of creeped me out a little bit. Like, yeah, like I thought it was haunted.
It might be.
Well, I mean, the thing about it is though, is it really encourages you to commit.
Yeah, that's like, not my thing.
You're like, that's a good one, or that's not a good one,
right?
And you know, if you're gonna say, okay, I'm good with that, there's no fixing it later, because once you bounce it down with everything else,
right.
It's gone.
That's it. Right. Yeah. I use, you know, Jerry, you got me using Reaper. I know you don't use Reaper, but you know, I use Reaper, and I don't, you know, Jerry's the guy, It's got me into recording, and he didn't do it because he's some awesome guy or anything. He did it because he was tired of coming to my house and fucking dealing with me.
Gee, I have no idea what that's like.
That's only 99% true.
Let me just set you up, show you how to do the basics, and then you can take it from there. And then it was like, all right, I got this done, and I would just send him massive amounts of tracks, fix all these, make this sound good. So
No, always tell him what you really need is not a Marshall.
oh man, that Marshall,
Snap!
that Marshall, buddy, it does it good. It does
Oh,
it
it
good.
does though. It does.
Hey, people can say what they want to, but when I take the Mesa out to play shows, but I use the Marshall to record. That's my thing.
We're gonna have to do a whole new episode on just gear.
Yeah, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? Like a gear episode. We'd probably lose
Yeah.
75% of the audience, but I mean, I wouldn't care. Do you care? I don't care.
Well, let me tell you, when you start talking about gear, I have no idea what you guys are going to be talking
Well,
about. So basically, I can just be completely absent for this whole
Right.
thing.
You wouldn't even be here.
I wouldn't.
No.
You would just come
Oh,
up.
my buddy Rick sent me this meme the other day. It was really funny. It showed it was like different band members entering the venue, and it was like the drummer, right? And the drummer's carrying like a snare drum and his case of Toms or whatever, and it's like the bass player, and he's like wheeling in the refrigerator cab and that stuff like that, and then it shows the singer, and it's crickets. Right, because the singer's not there,
Right.
and then it's like the guitar player, and it's a fucking semi backing up.
Right. Because that's exactly what it is. I mean, I carried stuff. Don't get it twisted.
You did better. You did. Honestly, Sean, I'm not going to give you too much shit. I mean, we can sit there and joke around. You did better than any other singer I was in a band with. I don't know. I think Danny wasn't bad, but I've seen some shit. And honestly, the only thing I would disagree with you there on, Jerry, is I think I like if it were a video that reflected what Social Intense was like, you would see the drummer carrying a snare drum and a hi-hat and shit, and then you'd see me carrying a bass drum, and then you see the bass player carrying a head, and then you see me carrying a bass cabinet, and then you'd see
Whatever.
Tell me I'm wrong, motherfucker.
You are wrong,
Hey,
motherfucker.
I've got things to throw. I have bullets over here I can throw at you.
We've over the years though, like where the kids have gotten older, it's like now we make the kids do it.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
have, man. And honestly, we do our little late parlor ruckus thing, and we make them carry a lot
Yeah.
of it.
As they should.
It's training.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
it's different because it's not just your amps and shit that you're carrying in, right? It's like now where you go, you're also running sound for it, and you're bringing in your own PA gear and all that shit. So not only is like you got to bring in your guitar amp and all that, you've also got to bring in all the PA gear. Which
Yes.
let's be real, that's the biggest thing
Look,
in the ass. Of
That's one of the
all.
biggest
No.
reasons why I'm done with it.
no, it isn't. Yeah, granted, it sucks. But when you're with Jeff Horner
Oh God.
in a band, there's, oh my God, a drum stage?
A drum riser.
Drum riser, sorry.
Right.
There's
Oh,
lights.
that fucking thing.
There's fog machines. There's just everything. Because like you said in the beginning of all this nonsense that we've been going over, is he dreams big.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's anything that he can have that he's going to throw out into a show, he's going to do it.
Damn right I'm going to.
And then we
I'm
have
proud
to
of
carry all of that in and carry all of it out the next day.
that. I don't care if you hate me. I know that you'll hate me a little bit for a little while, and then
I will say this though. I will say this. Like you have done that and like actively carried that out, and Social Intense is a big fucking hit. Like anytime you guys play, it's where it's at. Like
Well,
everyone wants to be there. So
It was
like,
just a good time.
it's the party.
It's a very
party.
successful.
right.
No, it's definitely a party. It's a lot of work for a party.
Yeah.
But it's a party.
Oh,
Well, we've
It's
been
like-
outsourcing a lot lately.
yeah.
I was getting ready to say, it's not like, having to make a million sandwiches, but you've done that shit too.
I have.
We've had big barbecues where we're fucking making burgers for people on the side just to show up and shoot a music video,
All the music videos too. I mean, we can sit here all day and talk about all your help with the music videos we've done with Social Intense, but that's not really the point of what we're talking about right now. And Jerry, I mean, you've talked a lot about the music side of what you do, but there's also the video component too, and that's a big deal because, I mean, you're not just out. I mean, it's one thing if you're out there doing it yourself and taking all the video, but you're relying in medical collaborations. You're relying on individuals to send you their tracks and then you have a ton of work to do. Like they send your tracks, then you're working, you're busy, and then they have to send you their videos. And you have to edit all that together, and that's a whole other job on top of all of it. So, I mean, that's a big deal, man. So, if you want to talk about that a little bit, I mean, maybe you do, maybe you don't.
So, I mean, you just said it all for me. I mean, that's
Okay.
that's exactly it.
Goodbye.
That's exactly it.
We don't need you anymore.
And Jerry's going to hit that switch again.
I'm out.
Bail. Bail. He's going there. Bail.
No, he covered me good. That's what he's thinking. Sure.
Government, taxes, aliens.
Okay, so
Let's
anyway,
talk about all of that.
But yeah, the video stuff, it just goes along with my drive to be creative in some sort of way that doesn't impact, family life as much as possible. How can I do something that I enjoy as healthy as possible? And, the music part of it's one thing, but also like photography was a big thing. Still is, I still love photography, and, along with that is a deep dive into like lighting and, just camera work in general, and, learning about lenses and gear and all this stuff. And, all of this has just been a playground for me to learn how to do shit. And so it's like, You want to make a music video? Fuck yeah, I want to make a music video, not because I know how, but because I want to figure out how to do it.
Yeah, and that's what we do. We've always just kind of learned on the spot. We talked a little bit about shooting a pool party music video.
Yeah.
You were involved in that. You were in Social Intense at that time. And we thought, okay, we'll just get together and shoot this video at this pool party. And we invited people over, and we had people show up, and it was
Which
great.
I
It really
thought
was.
Sean's response to that last week was amazing. It was like, you were like, yeah, we've actually played a pool party. And Sean was like,
No.
a pool party that we threw for ourselves to play a music video that
But
we
it is
invited
what it
every-
is, baby. I mean, granted, yes,
Yes, it was a pool party.
we were shooting the
Technically.
video, but I'll tell you right now, the annex that happened, during that was all genuine. We didn't
Oh, yeah.
stage anything.
No,
Oh no!
that was the whole point, and like what led up to us doing Thriller was like we didn't plan anything, and it was just chaos.
Oh yeah,
And editing that shit was terrible.
And I love the fact that I had no part of the editing process
you
of
had
that.
none.
None.
No.
Nor do I have any editing process of everything that's happening now. Because if I did it, it would look absolutely horrible.
No, it's because you're a singer, Sean.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Bang, bang, baby.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, that is a big aspect. The video aspect is huge. It's a huge component. And I don't know if I know you deal with a lot of musicians, and I know they send you their videos, but I don't even know if, and nothing against those guys. I know several of them, and I think they're a bunch of good guys. But I don't even know if they even understand how big of a component that really is, and how much work goes into creating that final product, that final piece.
Some do, some don't. And it's not like there's a direct correlation between if they are this in tune to the amount of work it takes. This is the amount of work that they put into it, etc. Like, some people just love the technical side of things, and some people just don't give a shit. Like, there's some people, and they're just phenomenal musicians that like don't give a shit about any of the camera and lights and all that stuff. Like, the just angles. let me play my guitar, and like I love that. And there's other, myself included, that's like, okay, I've got to strategically put the camera here, got to put the light here, I've got to get the shadows filled in this area, and I come about it from a much more technical approach.
We call that asshole approach.
The asshole approach. Yeah. Okay.
Nah, I'm just giving you shit, man. No, not seriously.
But honestly, though, it's anyone I've ever done metal collaboration stuff with, it's always ended with, man, that was so much fun. Thank you for having me on it. And, all the work has been worth it because of, what we got. It's not about the end product. It's about the journey, right? It's about, collaborating through everything and all the communication. There's so many phone calls in the middle of stuff. It's like, hey, I'm getting through this part, and, just, okay, hey, talk to someone on the phone. Like, I'm thinking about doing this in between, this time, like, hold on a second, let me pull it up. Okay, I'm listening to this bit, and okay, yep, cool. I think your lead would work right there. Hey, I'm thinking about this, and just there's like so many late nights, so many phone calls, so much collaboration through all of it. I mean, the recording process, yes, the mixing process, the mastering process, the video editing, finalizing, all of it, and it's all a collaborative effort. Like, whoever wants to be involved is involved.
Sure.
And there's usually like one or two people that are more invested than everybody else. There's always one or two people in every video I've ever done for anything.
Yeah.
Ever. There's always like, you'll have 15 people involved in it. You'll have 15 amazing people working on your stuff, but there's one or two of them that like it gets real personal for them, and they're like, that's who you're talking to every day, all night long, and going through the whole thing. And those are like some of the most wonderful relationships.
Well, and it just feels good to have a project going too. And I know that.
And I feel horrible because I was never that guy. I've done a couple with them, and I never was like, I'm going to call Jerry and see if we can do something better.
No, it was Jerry calling me like, hey, you need to get Sean.
Yeah.
Go get Sean. Go get his video. Go record his shit, whatever. Yeah.
That is not untrue.
No, believe me. I know what I did.
Especially when we did the Kiss song. I was like, I fucking know he hates Kiss. I know he hates Kiss, but I really want him to do it. It's like, Jeff, will you please go get him?
Okay, I'm going to say this real quick to the camera.
I know where you're going.
It's not the band that you're thinking of.
No, but you know what? I've meant to say the band.
Why?
Because I think we should tell them.
No.
No? Okay. All right.
I missed it. What happened?
Well, we have an ongoing thing about, because I don't dislike many bands. I don't. And
well, when you guys, I texted Jeff. I was like, is it Kiss?
It isn't.
And he was like, no, it's not Kiss.
Right. And so I just kind of want to see.
I was like, it has to be Kiss.
I want it to go along,
The problem is somebody guessed it, and then we meant to talk about it. Yeah. All right.
They did, but that's my kid.
If you guys want to go back and look, if you guys want to go back and look at some of those early TikToks,
Why are you throwing out the,
Because I want to give.
Stop throwing them Easter eggs, baby.
we can throw some hints. But we're pushing it's getting late in here. So anyway, real quick.
Fuck off, Jeff. Fuck off, Jeff.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you real quick about some of your original shit you've done, because you've actually done some pretty cool original songs too, man. And I metal collaborations, and I don't know I mean, we're going to hear from you before this is over, and I want to find out if you got something in the works coming up. But, you know, I know that Metal Collaborations is a situation where you can take stuff from anyone anywhere in the world, and that you welcome that, and I love that. But and the cover thing is great, but I know you've also pulled off some pretty freaking awesome originals too, and you know, you have the floor. Talk a little bit about your originals. I mean, because I'm into that. That's probably like, I think Solstice, is probably one of my favorite things that Metal Collaborations has done.
Solstice is actually that Solstice is a special one.
Oh,
but yeah, we have done a few originals. I'm not sure how many, but a few, and usually that comes about. I don't usually do originals, but when it's usually I'm going through something. Like I'm just going through something, and it's like
that's how the best.
I need to focus my energy somewhere and do something with it, and that's usually when an original comes. It's like, you know, hey, I've got something on my mind. I need to process through this piece of this season of life, if you will, and that's usually where those originals originate from. But because it is Metal Collaborations, I've got the luxury of reaching out to a million people and saying,
yeah,
here's how I'm feeling, here's what I'm thinking. You put that into music. You put that into music. You put that in. Let's all touch base on like maybe how does this story make you feel, and what do you hear from this story? And
out of this key,
you know, out of this key at this tempo,
right?
Yeah, it's, you know, a very specific set of guidelines to.
Well, you have to narrow it down. You can't just leave it open. If you put that out there to, like, you know, even three different people, you're going to come back. You're going to get three different songs,
right?
Oh yeah, there's definitely some organization to, you know, it's not complete madman.
Right, that's your role. So
there are some, but yeah, that's where the Solstice was actually in Virginia Beach, and I just met this bass player that just did this phenomenal. I mean, this guy was all over the fretboard, you know, everything. He was like, and I don't know if you know this name, Ryan Martini is the bass player for the band Mudvayne.
Yeah.
But he's done some side project work. I don't know how lately, but as of a few years ago, gosh, I can't remember the name of that band, but it's like a 3-person instrumental band, but he's really doing his bass chops. And it's just amazing. And this guy, Bill, that I met, played just like him. I was like, oh, this is so cool. And I met this other guy down there in Virginia that was just a phenomenal guitar player. And we all ended up getting together. And it was right around the time that we hosted that band Varsity to come hang out. And so those guys were hanging out at the house. We all got together. And then Varsity guys went to go play a show. And we were sitting at the house. And, man, Dan and Bill were rip. I gave them a riff. I was like, here's the riff. You know, it's like down, and they came up with some shit, and I was like, what the fuck is going on the guitar right now? Dude, he had to send me tutorial videos.
What?
To learn my own song. Yes.
That's
it
amazing.
Was so hard. And I had to practice for like a good 2-3 weeks to learn how to play what it was that he was playing.
So the song that you came up with, he did it, and you're like, well, I got to figure out what he's doing. I gotta find out what he's doing. That's
it's
awesome.
with all the metal collaborations.
Right.
It's like I come up with a basic idea.
Yeah.
It's like, here's the idea, which that's where, like, okay, I can play guitar, I can play drums, I could do this, I can do all that stuff, very basic, fairly good, to where I can get a real good idea out there. But then people turn it into like awesomeness. And what I always want to, like, hey, I'm just going to say it. Like, I always want to at least play rhythm guitars on all the metal collaborations. And they came up with this stuff that was just so hard. It was so neat. And I was like, this is awesome. I can't throw it out and I can't dumb it down.
Right.
Like, I've actually got to fucking learn this. Like, there's no way to make this easy. And so I actually had to learn it. And yeah, he sent me videos and came over a couple times. And I had to, learn how to actually use all 4 fingers and,
Wow.
Yeah. I'd only ever played power chords. And it's like, this is not just power chords. It's like
You're a rhythm
anything.
guy.
Yeah. And there was like not a power chord in the song to be had.
Oh.
And I'm like, this
Count
doesn't make
me
sense.
out.
But I'll tell you what, man, phenomenal. Like that song, if you go listen to it, Solstice, Metal Collaboration Solstice. If you listen to that song, it is absolutely heartfelt, very emotional from where it came from lyrically, which was also a place of collaboration. There were several of us that got together and worked through the lyrics.
That's awesome.
It was like I had some generic ideas, and we hopped on a phone call. I think it was like a group message phone call on the what do you call it? The cell phone. Not like Facebook, like just an actual group call.
Right.
And we just sat there with pens and paper. All of us had pen and paper. Like I had emailed everyone my original ideas, which is scratch crap. And we came up with that stuff. So yeah, the lyrics to it, I mean, I love the way they turned out the actual music to it. Some of the best musicianship. Yeah, man, I can't brag about that song enough. I'm just really, really excited about all this stuff that, it's not shit that I've done. It's like I've got to be part of, it's like
you orchestrated it, and
that's a big thing.
And not just orchestrated, but like you orchestrated it and then you took it and you made something out of it. And yeah, you reached out for help, but I think that's really freaking cool. And you had this whole process and you got really good at doing it, and it's awesome. So do you have anything in the works? What do you got coming up?
Actually, so I've been taking somewhat of a break from music stuff lately.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't been doing a whole lot, not for any other reason than there's a new grandbaby in the mix.
Ayo.
Yeah. So that's been pretty excited. Thank you. It's pretty exciting. There still is music stuff going on. There's I think I'm just about wrapped on a new Metal Collaborations song. It's a cover song,
and that
from the mid 90s, I think, late 90s.
You're speaking my language, baby. You're speaking my language.
It's from a band called Drowning Pool.
Okay.
We did a cover of one of their songs. So close to being done with it. I'm waiting on my buddy Rick to come up with the harmonies for the vocals. We've got all the stuff tracked. Everything's done. I think it's one of the better sounding ones, and it's one of those songs that I just wanted to keep momentum. It's like I got to do something. And it's like, this is just a cool song. I like this song. I'm not going to try to reinvent the wheel. Like, I just want something to keep something going. So there's that one that's probably going to release here real soon. And then there's also a couple other ones that I have mostly tracked that are mostly done.
All right.
Let's see here. Yeah, but they're a little ways out from being able to release them to the public.
So
But yeah, there should be a Metal Collaborations one coming out.
when you get those done,
Fairly
man,
soon.
you got to send us the links to that. We will post that and get that stuff out there as much as this little show does. But
Oh no, you guys have been picking up steam, man. This show is not just like a little thing. Like,
but yeah, I mean, definitely when you get that done, I definitely want to hear it. And,
Absolutely.
And I want to see, I want to push it as much as I can. Both of us do, really.
Push it down.
Well, that's ridiculous. Don't say stuff like that. But I mean,
Jerry knows better.
just to get it, man, because all the stuff that I've heard that you've done, with Solstice that you're super proud of. I was a part of a couple of the metal collaborations that you did, and it was always fun to do that.
Crazy was awesome.
Crazy was fun. I ain't gonna
That's
lie.
one of my favorite covers of that song.
is that the 360? No, that wasn't the
No.
360 vid was one of the original ones.
Well, Jerry talks about like how some people are more involved than others, and how that can change the dynamic of the song and whatnot. And you did lead vocals for Crazy.
I did.
And Jerry was like, "Hey, help me do some guitar parts. Maybe write a solo." And I was like, I got you. And I had full on intentions of like being the good guy, being that guy that was like really involved. But I had a lot going on, and it didn't really turn out, things didn't really go the way I wanted them to. And I ended up kind of coming up with this little thing, and we got it done. But it wasn't so much for me like my part, because when I listen to my part and Crazy, I feel like
Now you sound like me, Jeff. Stop.
Well,
it was fucking awesome. It was fucking awesome.
it was fun, and I had fun doing it.
Yes.
But
And that's the whole point.
right, that is
Right.
the whole point. But I still feel like maybe I could have done more, I guess. But
Every song, every musician
that.
ever
I
does.
Guitar player.
but it is a great cover still, and it's fun, and we had a lot of fun doing it, recording it. Jerry was actually able to come down for a little bit of that at that time. He doesn't we don't live in the same town.
No, you shot my video for my guitar parts.
Right, because you came down, and we've done that, and I just I really love metal collaborations. I'm really looking forward to what you're doing next, and I'm wondering, is this a platform for you? Because I know if you search metal collaborations on YouTube, you can find you can find it, but it's not. The name of the YouTube is not Metal Collaborations. Is it Allen Media or
No, it's just my name.
just
Yeah, it's
Jerry Allen?
just Jerry Allen. Yeah.
So if you search Metal Collaborations Jerry Allen, you're going to find it. I think if you just search Metal Collaborations, you'll find it. But don't be looking for a name of a page or whatever channel, whatever they're called.
Right.
on
No,
YouTube.
I've never done anything like
Right.
official. And I never wanted to.
Right.
It's like I never wanted it to even remotely be like a business, a brand, a band. Like,
an
no,
outlet.
this is my project.
This is for
Like,
you. This is for
Right.
This is literally a Jerry Allen thing.
right.
Like, I don't want it to be confused or misconstrued in any kind of way. Like, this is my little sidekick thing.
Right.
Right. It's your-
And as long
it's-
as you're having fun doing it, that's all that really matters.
Exactly. And so go check out everything Metal Collaborations. I guarantee you there's something
You'll have a
for
good
you.
time.
Yeah. It's
You'll have a
fun.
good time.
It's wholesome. It's still rock and roll. It's I feel like I just want to make sure that people aren't getting the wrong idea, because there's some, like, Jerry does incorporate families.
Yeah.
But there is still very much that badass
Oh, yeah.
element in there. And I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea. I really do admire Jerry and all of his
Glory.
glory and all of his inclusion.
Right.
That's a big thing to me. I know it's a big thing.
Yeah.
big
Oh,
thing to you
yeah.
too.
Hands down.
But yeah, there's still a lot of badassery in there.
Right.
Badassery, whatever the fuck that means.
I'm good with it.
So, but Jerry, we look.
I said the goal wasn't to be cool. I didn't say that I wasn't cool.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, we got to go.
Do we have a kill switch?
I want a fucking kill switch.
Wait, where's those Snoop Dogg glasses that when you put them on, it's like the.
Oh yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Right.
That's how you got to end the video. It's like I'll do it again for you. You ready?
Oh,
And then that's how
you're gonna have to do that in post.
Yeah. We're crying.
it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. It'll be better than the Thriller kitty cat eyes.
Come on now.
Oh, come
Those
on.
are
Don't do that to
good.
yourself. Yeah. Yeah. So go check out Metal Collaborations. Jerry,
Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
I love you, buddy.
I love you
And,
too, man.
I love you too.
Man, I love you guys so
I like
much.
you all right.
I am so thrilled to see you guys kicking off this new venture and doing this. Like, I don't know anything about TikTok.
We don't
I
either.
have zero knowledge.
Not really.
We call it the tickety tockety. Like, I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
But I do know it's like a big thing. And I love that you guys are reaching out on new, media platforms and doing a cool. And it's also just fucking cool to see you guys. Like, you guys have so much, like, not just to say or whatever. You're fun fucking people to be around. And I miss you guys so much. And like watching these kinds of videos, it's like, I get to hang out with you a little bit.
We miss
Even
you
if
too,
it's only
dude.
for, 30, 45 minutes or whatever.
Dude, we've been going at this for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
and it's way past the point to where I want to hang out with Jeff.
It's cutoff time. So, but no, I totally agree with you, Jerry. This has been, it's really cool. We've talked, going back before, we really fully start doing the show that I've been saying, I'm going to have you on. I want to have you on. I want to talk to you. We've done some things together and we've kind of grown up together. We kind of run together, but we've also done different things too. And, and I think that people who listen to Talking Tunes with Sean Jeff might actually enjoy.
They would. I think they would.
At least, maybe not, 100%, but no one's ever 100% on anything.
No.
So, but I think a good portion, 90% plus,
Ooh.
would really enjoy some Metal Collaborations.
Yes, they would.
Just for what it is. So, go check out Metal Collaborations on YouTube. Maybe, I don't know. I can't speak for Jerry. I mean, maybe there's a part for you and something coming up. I don't know.
Hey,
who knows?
why not?
Who knows? Right.
No, we're always, I've had several, that's the whole thing, right? It's just meeting new people, getting new people involved, all that kind of good stuff.
Let's get more people involved.
Whatever.
Right. Yeah.
I'm super proud of you guys. Well done. This is an awesome show.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Well done.
That's the biggest compliment I will get. There's not going to be a bigger one.
So it doesn't matter what I say at all.
No, of course it doesn't.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Never did.
I know.
But Jerry, thank you for coming
Thanks,
on. Thanks,
man.
We really appreciate it. Yeah. For real.
Give it up for Jerry Allen.
I guess I have to clap now for some.
Well,
reason.
because you're just going to be like a jerk if you don't.
I know. No, but always. There's more stories to tell. And
Yep.
we'll have Jerry on again. Thanks, Jerry.
All right. Love you,
buddy.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Love you guys too. All right. We'll see you guys.
Get the fuck
Boy,
out
that-
of here.
Oh, man. I'll tell you. Jerry's just a good dude.
Yeah, he is.
He really is.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Well, you know what? We went really long with that, so we're just going to skip all the formalities or
hoopla.
whatever. Right. So, but yeah, definitely go check out Metal Collaborations, Jerry Allen, any of that. Maybe you want to be
You enjoy
involved
it.
in it. If you live, I don't care where you live.
Where
in
you
the world,
at?
if you
Wherever
can
you're at.
If you can record, you can be a part of the Metal Collaborations.
Word up.
Yeah. So go check out that, and I really hope you guys all have a great week, and we'll catch you next week. So this is all.
Okay, bye.